lectures on Control Systems Laboratory. In this video, we will see the digital simulation of lag compensator design. Coming to the title, digital simulation of lag compensator design. You need to design the lag compensator. Coming to the aim, a unity feedback system has an open loop transfer function. G of S is equal to K by S into 2S plus 1. Design lag compensator by MATLAB simulation for the system so that the static velocity error constant kV is 5 and the phase margin is at least 40 degrees. So this is the open loop system they are giving. Now first we need to cross check what is the actual phase margin is there, and we need 40 degrees. First, if you know what is the actual value, then we can check how to improve and how to get the 40 degrees. And one more thing, if you observe here, K is there. So for Bode plot, we need the K value also. But if you observe in question, they give directly the static velocity error constant KV is there. So by using this KV, we can identify the system gain K. Once if you know the system gain K, then we can draw the Bode plot for the open loop system first, and we will check what is the actual phase margin is there based on the how to improve on the we will see now. So coming to the first, we need to draw the Bode plot for this open loop transfer function K by S into 2S plus 1. So first we need to find the value of K. Coming to the Bode plot, we need to find the value of K. So already in question they mentioned the static velocity error constant kV is 5. Static velocity error constant kV is 5. So already we know that kV is nothing but the limit s tends to 0, s into g of s into h of s. So open loop transfer function g of s is there, h of s unity feedback one we are taking, and if we substitute g of s, this s will get cancelled, and if we substitute s term as 0, then directly k equal to 5 we are getting. So the system gain K value is 5. So if we substitute this one, this is the open loop transfer function J of S equal to 5 by S into 2S plus 1. So this is the open loop transfer function. For this open loop transfer function, now we need to draw the Bode plot, and we will see how much actual phase margin is there. So for this open loop transfer function, we need to draw the Bode plot. Yeah, coming to the Bode plot. Bode plot for the open loop transfer function 5 by S into 2S plus 1. If you convert into the polynomial, so G of S equal to 5 by 2S square plus S. So this is the transfer function. So this one is without compensator case. Actual system, how much is there, we are measuring. That's why I'm placing as a without compensator case. So coming to the numerator. Numerator, we are having the 5. Numerator 5. And coming to the denominator. Here the highest power is S square. So S square coefficient is 2. S square coefficient is 2. And then S41 coefficient is 1. S40, we are not having the S40 coefficient. So 0. So this is the numerator and denominator. Once if you know the numerator and denominator, we can frame the transfer function. So SYS, any variable you can take, SYS equal to TF of numerator comma denominator. TF is the predefined function, predefined command. So TF of numerator comma denominator. So for this system, for this transfer function, we are applying the Bode plot. So Bode of SYS, and the title we are placing as a Bode plot for uncompensated system. And from this, we need to identify the what is the gain margin, phase crossover frequency, gain crossover frequencies. So mainly we are concentrating on the phase margin. Our desired phase margin is 40 degrees. So first we need to cross check what is the actual value is there. In simulation, first you will see what is the actual value, and then we will see how to improve on that by using lag compensator, how to improve that one phase margin. Now we will see the simulation part for without compensator case. I will copy the program directly from this slide. So this is the program. And in MATLAB, opening a new script. Yeah, here we can enter the program, and first line will be the CLC. If any previous data is there, then we can delete that one. Yeah, now we'll save the file. Open loop system, save the file. Yeah, now we can run the program. Yeah, graph came, and if you observe in denominator in command window also all the data is there, so we'll observe in the graph directly. Right click, characteristics, stability margins. Now you can observe phase margin. So here if you observe the phase margin, we are having 18 degrees is there. phase margin is 18 degrees, but we need 40 degrees, minimum of at least of 40 degrees we need. So for improving this phase margin, we need a lag compensator. How we are designing a lag compensator, we'll see. Yeah, this is the graph what you are getting from the simulation. That means you are getting as a 18 degrees, but we need 40 minimum. So the system requires a phase margin of 40 degrees, but the available phase margin is 18 only. So lag compensator should be employed to improve the phase margin. We need to improve the phase margin by using lag compensator. So for improving this one, we are assuming we are adding some 5 degrees. That means phase margin, how we are finding is phase margin equal to 180 plus 5GC. What is 5GC? 5GC is the phase angle at gain crossover frequency. If you observe the previous graph, what you are getting here, we are showing as a phase margin as an 18 degrees. That means this is the frequency, what it is, the 1.54. This is the frequency, gain crossover frequency. That means where the magnitude is almost zero, that frequency, call it as a gain crossover frequency. That one we are extending on the phase plot, and here that angle, respective angle will be the phase angle at gain crossover frequency. Once if we know that, from that we can identify the phase margin. From that we can identify the phase margin. So for improving this one, we are taking gamma n. Gamma is the actual phase margin. Gamma n we are assuming as a phase margin of the compensated system. Phase margin of the compensated system. And gamma d is the desired phase margin. What is our desired phase margin is 40 degrees. Our desired phase margin is 40 degrees. So gamma n is the phase margin of the compensated system, and gamma d is the desired phase margin. So from that we are writing gamma n is equal to gamma d plus epsilon. This epsilon we can substitute any value. Here we are taking as a 5. Additional phase lag, any value we can substitute. So here we are taking as a 5. So if we substitute, we are getting the phase margin of a compensated system is 45. We know the phase margin 45. From this phase margin, what is the phase angle at gain crossover frequency? We need to observe phase angle at gain crossover frequency. So here we are assuming this one. So this one we are taking as a new gain crossover frequency, omega GCN. Omega GC is the gain crossover frequency. Here we are finding the gain crossover frequency for this phase margin 45 degrees. For getting this phase margin, what is the omega GCN? New gain crossover frequency we need to identify. Once if we know this one, we can identify the phase angle at new gain crossover frequency also. So already we know that phase margin equal to 180 plus 5GC. From that 5GC is equal to phase margin minus 180. So here phase margin is 45. So substitute, we are getting as a minus 135. Phase angle at gain crossover frequency, new gain crossover frequency is minus 135. So now from the graph, we need to observe what is the gain crossover frequency is there at this angle. Now we know the phase angle at gain crossover frequency minus 135. At that 135, minus 135, what is the frequency is there? Omega GCN, that we need to observe. We'll see in the graph now. So that means from the Bode plot, then from the Bode plot, the frequency corresponding this minus 135 is 0.5 radians per second we are getting. How we are getting that value, we'll see now. Already graph is there. In that graph, we need to observe where we are having the minus 135 angle. Where we are having the minus 135 angle. That means it's the phase plot. In this phase plot, if we observe what is the angle, minus 152. So this one we are moving. That means a phase margin we need as a minus 135. For getting the minus 135, what is the frequency is there? Yeah. Now if we observe for getting the minus 135, the frequency is 0.5 radians per second. So this is the phase angle at gain crossover frequency, new gain crossover frequency, right? Phase angle at new gain crossover frequency. At that frequency only we call it as a omega GCN, new gain crossover frequency. So this is the 5GCN is minus 135 with respect to that gain crossover frequency, new gain crossover frequency 0.5. 0.5. Now we need to observe once if we know this value, omega GCN. For that getting the same 0.5 omega GCN, what is the magnitude is there, the dB magnitude, that also need to cross check. Once if we know that value, from that we can identify the beta. From that we can identify the beta. So this is the magnitude plot. In this magnitude plot, yeah, if we observe this one, we are getting the frequency. Now where you need to check 0.5 radians per second. So at that frequency, what is the magnitude is there, dB magnitude, that you need to cross check. 0.5. Yeah. Now if you observe at 0.5, almost we are having 17. Magnitude is 17 dB is there, 16.9. That means approximately 17 dB is there. So mainly minus 135 phase angle at gain crossover frequency. Phase angle at gain crossover frequency, the omega GCN value is 0.5. At that 0.5, what is the dB magnitude is there? Around 17 is there. Around 17. Now, by using these values, we need to identify the lag compensator. Yeah, now that is a minus 135 angle. We are having a frequency of 0.5 radians per second. For getting the phase angle minus 135, the frequency is 0.5 radians per second. That is omega GCN is 0.5 radians per second. Now we observe that one, that minus 0.5, that omega GCN. At that omega GCN, what is the dB magnitude we are having? 17 dB. At that omega GCN magnitude is 17 dB. So this one we are equating to the beta, and from this we are finding the beta value. That means 20 log of beta equal to 17. And if we simplify this one, beta equal to 7 we are getting. Once if we know the beta value, then we can find the transfer function for lag compensator. In lag compensator also we are adding a pole and a zero. We are adding a one pole and 1 0. So now we need to observe what is the location of the pole and what is the location of the zero. Once if we know that one, that is the lag compensator transfer function. So determine the transfer function of lag compensator. The zero of the compensator is placed at a frequency 1/10 of omega GCN. Already we know the omega GCN value, that is 0.5 radians per second, and 1/10 of omega GCN value will give the zero of the compensator, zero of the lag compensator. So zero of the lag compensator, Z suffix C. Zero of the lag compensator is equal to 1 by tau, which is equal to omega GCN by 10. Omega GCN by 10. From that, T is the time constant. We can call it the tau or time constant. T is equal to 10 by omega GCN. If we substitute that value, we are getting tau as a 20 time constant. Time constant we are getting as a 20. So once if we know the time constant and once if we know the beta, then you can identify the pole of the lag compensator. So the pole of the lag compensator P suffix C is equal to 1 by beta into tau, or T 1 by beta into tau. So already we know the beta value and we know the tau value. So 1 by 7 into 20, we are getting as a 140. That is 1 by 140. So we know the zero location and we know the pole location. So this the in terms of pole and zero it is there. So if we substitute that values, that only the lag compensator transfer function. So the transfer function of the lag compensator is equal to G of S is the open loop system. G suffix C of S, where C is the compensator, right? G suffix C of S equal to beta into 1 plus S tau by 1 plus S beta tau. So already we know the tau value and we know the beta value. We are substituting, that is the lag compensator transfer function. So GC of S equal to 7 into 1 plus T is 20. So 20S by 1 plus beta into tau. This beta into tau means 7 into 20, that is 140. So 1 plus 20S by 1 plus 140S is the lag compensator transfer function. And now once if we know the lag compensator, now again we will draw the Bode plot and we will check whether we are getting the desired phase margin or not. We need to cross check. So already we know the open loop system. This is the open loop system and this is the compensator, lag compensator. So coming to the block diagram. So 1 by beta into this value. Already we know the beta value. Beta is 7. 1 by 7 into this value. So this 7 and here 7 will get cancelled. So we are having two transfer functions. G of S, first we will enter the open loop transfer function data. Numerator 5 and denominator S square coefficient is 2. S power 1 coefficient is 1 and S power 0 coefficient is 0. So 2, 1, 0. And once if we know this is the open loop transfer function, SYS equal to TF of numerator comma denominator. And now we need to enter the compensator transfer function. Coming to the compensator transfer function, Here, this 7 will get cancelled. So coming to the numerator term, here the high score is S power 1. So S power 1 coefficient is 20 and S power 0 coefficient is 1. So 21, numerator 1. And coming to the denominator 1, highest power is S power 1. So 140. And S power 0 is 1. So 140 and 1 is the denominator coefficients. So once if you know this numerator and denominator, we are framing the compensator transfer function, that is TF of numerator 1 comma denominator 1. Numerator 1 comma denominator 1. So now these two are in cascade. These two are in series. So directly SYS2 equal to series of existing open loop transfer function compensator system. We are getting as a SYS2. So for this, we are drawing the Bode plots. So Bode of this system and the title. And from this, we need to identify the gain margin, phase margin, space crossover frequency, and gain crossover frequencies. After adding a compensator, now we need to cross check whether now we are getting the desired phase margin or not. We will see in the simulation. We'll copy the program from this slide. So I'm copying program. I'll close the graph and take the new tab. Yeah, now we'll save the file. Let it be same name. Yeah, now we can run the program. Yeah, from graph now we need to cross check whether we are getting the desired phase margin or not. Previously for uncompensated system, we observed 18 degrees. And now after adding a compensator, now we need to cross check whether the desired phase margin we are getting or not. So this is the value. Yeah, now you can cross check. What is the phase margin? 39.9. That means almost 40 degrees. Phase margin almost 40 degrees is there. So our desired phase margin is 40. So here we are getting as a 40 only. On the other system is stable. And one more thing, if you observe the previous program, there is an open loop system that also stable, but desired phase margin is not there. If you observe the previous one, there is an open loop system. This one, if we run, this system also you need to cross check whether it is stable or not. By using this compensator, we can bring this unstable system into the stable also. In our case, yeah, if we observe stability margin, yeah, now you can check. Here also the system is stable. Here also the closed loop system is stable, but the desired phase margin is not there. Here we are having 18 only, but our requirement is 40. So for that, we are adding the compensator. In some cases, the system will be unstable. Then also we can use the compensator and bring that system into the stable system. In our case, it is a open loop system also stable, but we are not having the desired phase margin. For improving this phase margin, we are using the compensator, lag compensator. So this is the graph. You can check the frequency. Gain crossover frequency, how much is there? So is the phase margin 39.9, almost of 40 degrees at a frequency of 0.5. So this is the gain crossover frequency. That means where the magnitude is 0. That is the gain crossover frequency, almost 0.5 radians per second. Right? And based on that, you can identify the phase angle at gain crossover frequency. Like this, we can design the lag compensator. It's the with the compensator case. Previously, we are having 18 degrees. After adding a compensator, now we are getting the desired phase margin. Not only phase margin, remaining parameters also we can cross check. So this is the desired phase margin, and the closed loop system is stable. Previous open loop also is stable only. We are improving the phase margin. Right. Coming to the conclusion, it is found that the phase margin of the compensated system is 39.9 degrees and the static velocity error constant is 5. Thus, the compensated system satisfies the requirement on a steady state as well as the relative stability. You can check the values. Previously uncompensated system, what about the parameters is there, and what about the compensated system? Previously, if we observe the gain margin for the uncompensated system, it is an infinity. And the phase margin, we are concentrating on phase margin. So it is an 18 degrees is there. Again, crossover frequency is 1.54 radians per second. The phase crossover frequency is infinity. After compensating, after adding a lag compensator, the gain margin is infinity only. So the gain, that is the phase margin, our desired value, almost 40, we are getting at a gain crossover frequencies 0.505 radians per second. The phase crossover frequency is infinity. Like this, we can design the compensator and we can get the desired values. Thank you.